back with Anna Doten of the Allegheny College lacrosse team. Anna, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
What position do you play?
Attack.
And explain that, what that means.
That means offense, so mostly we're on the offensive side of the field. We can go all the way to the opposite 30-yard line of the field.
Can't go any further than the 30?
No. Or else we'd be offsides.
Okay, who's allowed to go? Anybody?
The midfielders are allowed to go anywhere, and then defense can go on the defensive side up to the opposite attacking 30.
Okay. So how far back are you allowed to go?
From the...
You let it all the way to where your goalie is then?
No, so we have to stop at the 30 before.
So you guys are 30 to 30?
Well, we go from the 30 to the goal.
Oh, that's what I meant. You can go all the way to the goal and put it in. Okay, great.
Yep.
So you start on your 30. Let's go back. Tell us where you're from and what high school you went to and your lacrosse experience.
Sure. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, the suburbs Western Springs, Illinois. I went to Lyons Township High School, and I started playing lacrosse when I was about 10 years old. I have a twin brother who also plays college lacrosse. And
Where's he at?
Babson College in Boston.
Okay.
And my older brother played lacrosse at Kenyon College, which is in our conference.
Right.
So all of us grew up playing lacrosse. My mother played tennis in college, and my father played hockey. So we're an athletic family. So grew up around sports, and kind of with having a twin brother is definitely competitive all the time. So I definitely grew up in an environment that nurtured competition and the love of sports.
And thus your dad took you to Blackhawk games.
Yep.
Okay. How did you get to Allegheny? What made you choose Allegheny?
I was looking at small schools for a more academic standpoint. I first read about Allegheny in the 20 Colleges That Change Lives book, and I got on campus and talking to the coaches and the team, I just felt a solid sense of community, so that was a big factor in my decision, that I felt like this could be a great home that also has great academics, and then to kind of keep the lacrosse kind of legacy going as a successful team.
Okay, so let's talk about maybe a little nervous time for you. I don't know if it was or not, but let's look at it. Your freshman year is over, and you go back to Chicago. Did you know your coach was leaving and new coaches were coming?
We were surprised.
Because you were recruited by, obviously, the coaches staff that was here before.
Right. We were surprised to have two new coaches. Both the assistant and the head coach did leave. So it was kind of an adjustment in the beginning, but it was a positive adjustment. I really like having a coach who went to Allegheny, and she understands that we will have to do an academic comp senior year, and she understands the... And
why don't you tell everybody what that is?
Sure. So at the end of senior year, you work pretty much all year on a topic of your choice, and you write a pretty large paper, about 100 pages, something to do with your major, and then you have to defend...
Well, we're not writing it anymore. We have the computer now.
Yeah, you're typing it.
I had to write them when I went to school. That's how old I am.
And then you have to defend your claim to maybe about 4 professors. It depends on what major you're in. So it's definitely kind of like a capstone project to use all the skills that you've learned here at Allegheny.
It's almost like defending your thesis.
Yep.
So if you go for a doctorate down the road or something, you have that experience.
Right. So it's really good practice for any grad school or any other post-undergrad. Experience.
Did they meet with you during the course of it and tell you to change it here or there or so forth?
Yep.
Correct.
So it's pretty much a whole year project. Yeah. As a junior now, I'm starting to learn how to write the comp, so it's a long process. But the coaches here understand that, and I was able to study abroad last semester.
Where at?
Santiago, Chile.
Wow, nice.
South America, so that was great. And the coaches were really understanding to kind of, because here they want to develop young people who are well-rounded. It's not just about lacrosse, but so.
Now, when you went to Chile, were you by yourself? Did a couple other people from Allegheny? How'd that work?
I went independently from Allegheny. So I went with Middlebury College, but it was a complete immersion program. So I lived with a Chilean family, took all my classes in Spanish with Chileans. So
you're pretty
I was pretty much by myself.
So you're pretty fluent in Spanish
too.
No, that's a great language to learn. Obviously, if you're going to learn another language, Spanish is one you want to learn right now, and the way the world's going. Tell us about your experience as an Allegheny lacrosse player. What makes you want to play here at Allegheny, and why do you work so hard to play here?
I think our team is very close-knit. I personally play for my teammates. There's not really it's hard to explain the feeling when I can pass to my teammate scores, and that just like unifies our entire team.
So you get more satisfaction of passing to someone that scores than yourself scoring?
I do, yeah, personally. And when we work really hard on a certain play on the attacking end, and we finally get it, and we work together, that feeling is my favorite on the field.
And you have one more year to go here at Allegheny. Have you seen the growth of this sport since you've been here?
Yes, we definitely have we're stronger, we're faster, we're more complex my freshman year, and as the junior class is a big part of the team. We came in and most of us were starting our freshman year, so we've kind of grown together and developed what our team culture is. So I'm really excited for the rest of the season and next year too, to kind of see how far we've come since our freshman year.
And what's your major here?
I'm an international studies major and a Spanish minor.
And what do you want to do with that?
I'm not sure yet.
That's okay.
I have had a couple internships in the nonprofit world, so that could be an option, but I definitely want to use my Spanish skills in some way.
Let me ask you this question, a little bit removed from lacrosse or athletics. The world today, you know, and my generation looks at the world today and we look at it like there's a lot of chaos going on. So what does your generation look at when you see what's going on in the world today?
I agree. I think there is a lot of chaos, and sometimes you can kind of get overwhelmed. I think grads from Allegheny are a little stressed out about getting jobs, first of all, but then we also see so many things that could be fixed, and I think a lot of people are positive and they think that our generation can have some sort of impact with the environment or with conflict or any other big problems in the world. But I would say we're seeing the same chaos, and then also adding the stress of, will I be able to do anything about it?
Well, I think you and the other two young ladies we're going to interview, I think there's a reason for a lot of optimism and hope. Talking to a lot of young people here at Allegheny, you guys have great optimism about the future, and you're willing to work hard, and that's a great thing. Good luck to you, and hopefully we'll see you down the road.
Thanks.
I'm back with Gusty, Mead, and McKenzie Bell. Ladies, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Gusty, first tell us where you're from and when you started playing lacrosse.
I'm from Columbia, Maryland, and I first started playing lacrosse when I was in the 8th grade, so about 12 or 13 years old.
And what high school did you go to?
I went to Howard High School in Howard County, Maryland.
Okay, McKenzie.
Yeah, I'm from Akron, Ohio. I went to Walsh Jesuit High School in Cuyahoga Falls.
I've heard of that high school. They have a good reputation, I think. I've heard of that school, yeah.
And I started playing in 6th grade, so about 10 years ago now.
Let me ask you one at a time here, okay? Why did you choose Allegheny, and why Allegheny lacrosse?
So I chose Allegheny mostly for the academics, and I really love snow, and it snows here a lot.
You got that right.
Yeah, and
You ski?
Not very often,
Okay.
but I have skied.
Okay.
But Allegheny lacrosse, mostly for my teammates. I just love playing. I'm a competitive person at heart, so it's just a really good fit for me.
Gusty, what year are you in?
I'm a junior.
And what position?
I play midfield.
Okay, and you said you're a competitor, right?
Yes.
So you don't like to lose.
No.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. McKenzie, what year are you in?
I'm a junior as well.
Okay, and what position?
I play attack.
All right, and that means you're pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
You're an attacker.
Yeah.
Any goals?
Any goals?
Yeah. Have you scored many goals in your career so far?
She scored a lot.
Yeah. Wow. Right-hander or left-hander?
I'm right-handed.
And when you go to shoot, you catch the pass. Are you looking anywhere to shoot, or are you just throwing it towards the net?
The coaches would want us to say we're looking, but yeah, you just, it's kind of a feeling. You just know where the goalie's moving, and then you try and do the opposite.
So you tried to read the goalie.
Yeah.
During the course of the game, you see what the goalie's doing and so forth. Do you have a mental book on any goalies when you're playing? Like if you're playing against a goalie you've played against before, do you have a book that says, I'm pretty sure what his goalie's going to do at a certain time or a certain move?
Yeah, I think now that we're in our 3rd season, we've seen a lot of these goalies in our conference, and we know what their strengths are, but also what ours are, and we think our strengths are better than their strengths, so it kind of helps.
Let me ask you the same question I asked your teammate earlier. You guys are both juniors, okay? You ladies are both juniors, and the coaches that recruited you left for whatever reason. You got 2 new coaches. When did you find that out, and how did you feel, Gusty?
Well, we found out like through the middle of the summer, right before we came back from our sophomore year, and obviously it was a tough situation for us. But we came in, and it was hard. But then we all came together, and now we're really working hard, and everything's really positive, and our team came together as a really cohesive group, and I'm loving it right now. So.
Kenzie?
Yeah, similar. I mean, it was obviously a surprise to start off our second year with 2 new coaches.
A little nerve-wracking, too, because you don't know who these people are, and you don't know what their expectations are, right? And they didn't recruit us, so maybe they're not going to play us, so,
Yeah, I think we had a lot of that. And then, but, like, they came in, they were great. We started off right away, and a new mindset, a new team, basically, so.
You guys been here through some changes. I think your freshman year was a new athletic director, right? Did Portia come on your freshman year, or was she here?
She was here.
She was here. Okay, she had just come on in.
So she was recently, but
Recently here. All right. What do you like about lacrosse? What's your favorite thing you like about it?
I think my favorite thing about it is how competitive and how aggressive the sport can be. It's not like a full contact sport, but you still get the like atmosphere of intensity like you would with like a hockey game or something like that. Maybe it feels more like that on the field than it does in the stands, but I definitely like that part about it.
So since you went there, let's look at that a little bit. When you're playing the game, has anybody from an opponent team, put it in a nice way, ticked you off a little bit?
Oh yeah, I mean, there have definitely been those players that have really, gotten under my skin. But that's when you just gotta kind of brush it off and keep playing your own game. So.
Is there many penalties in this game, McKenzie? Referees call a penalty?
Yeah, there's a lot of minor fouls in the game. A few.
Give me an example of a minor foul. Somebody hit you over the head with the stick, or I mean.
No.
That is
Okay.
not
That
minor
would be
foul.
major. Minor foul, like if you just kind of push someone or check their stick when they don't have the ball or something.
And that would be like keeping it down, keeping the stick down to check it with your stick.
Yeah.
And what happens with a minor foul? Just a whistle blows?
Yeah,
or-
whistle blows, the play stops, and then the person who committed it will go behind the player.
So then you guys run like hockey or power play? Is there power plays on lacrosse?
Kind of. That only occurs when someone's given a yellow card and there's a 2-minute penalty.
Okay.
Minor fouls, you kind of just get the advantage where the girl goes behind you, and then the whistle blows again and the play continues. But if you get a yellow card, then we're up a player for 2 minutes.
And you guys have special plays? Like, I would imagine coaches have diagrammed the special play when you're on a power play?
Yeah, like we have like a few like systems that the coaches have run us through that we know where the open player will be and try and get the ball to them.
Let's talk about conditioning. What did the coaches put you guys through conditioning to get you ready for the season? Because you guys are running all the time during the games, and you start with a little cold weather, and then you probably end up in a little bit more warmer weather. So what kind of conditioning do you guys do? Yeah, Gusty.
Well, this year we started this new program, which is Volt. So that's a weight lifting and conditioning and agility program. So we've been working with that all year so far, and it has really gotten us into shape and pretty much kicked our butts when we first started.
Again, can you elaborate a little bit on the Volt? What do you guys do, like in the weight training?
The weight training, so it's individualized, so we all put in like our own numbers, and then it gives us out what exactly we're supposed to do for
What kind of
each.
weights are you guys working on? Free weights? Is it machines?
It's a little bit of both,
Combination?
but it's very specific to
You guys do
lacrosse.
plyometrics too? Jump.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of jumps and stuff.
A lot of jumps? And that's good for your legs, I'd imagine? Do you guys do some mental stuff too, I heard?
Yeah. Do you want to elaborate on that, or? Do you...
You go.
Okay. So we have this thing that we call the Energy Bus. It started last year when we got Coach Hughes as our new coach. And basically it's this book, and we all had to read it, and we all had to get on the Energy Bus. And it's basically about positivity. And every week we have, or 2 weeks, we have a Bus Driver of the Week. So someone gets
So
recognized
it's called
for, like,
the Energy Bus.
positivity.
It's about being positive. It's the Bus Drive of the Week. And what does the Bus Drive of the Week mean? Is it a person that's been most positive that week, or?
Yeah, it's someone who is being recognized for their positivity and their hard work during the whole week. So at the end of practice on Friday, we'll pull everyone together and we'll announce who the bus driver of the week is and why. And it's just really nice to like get recognized for hard work too. So.
Do you find that that book could be important in your future? Not just playing lacrosse, but your whole outlook as you go into the world of work?
Yeah, definitely. I think it really helps with your, like how you approach different situations and different people. So I guess we're learning in the lacrosse setting what we should learn for our lives in general. So it's really a good asset too, I think, to our team.
What does your future hold for you? What do you want to do?
Ooh.
Because you're a junior and that's almost over, and your senior year goes like this, and you're getting that diploma, and what are we going? What are we doing?
So I'm an environmental science major.
Which
so,
is an amazing major here at Allegheny.
Yeah. We were just ranked number 2 in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But so something that I really want to do is get involved with conservation and land management. So I want to go somewhere with my career that will end up with me dealing with land management.
So maybe out west somewhere.
Maybe out west, maybe southern a little bit. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I'm heading.
I'm looking to get into like a public health situation. So like maybe do some research into pharmaceuticals or some stuff like that.
Well, that's a great career to get into too, because my generation getting old, we're all going to be on drugs here very shortly for one thing or another. So pharmaceuticals really exploded. So there'll be a lot of opportunities out there for you also. Ladies, thanks for both of you for coming on, and good luck to both of you the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.